G'day, let's Leetcode. Medium, alright. Have I done this? No. Evaluate the bracket pairs of a string. You're given a string S that contains some bracket pairs, with each pair containing a non-empty key. For example, the string name in brackets is age in brackets years old. There are two bracket pairs that contain the keys name and age. You know the values of a wide range of keys. This is represented by 2D string array knowledge, where each knowledge I is equal to key I and value I pair, which indicates that key I has a value of value I. You are tasked to evaluate all the bracket pairs. When you evaluate a bracket pair that contains key, you will replace key in the bracket pair with the key's corresponding value. If you do not know the value of key, you will replace key in the bracket pair with a question mark. Each key will appear at most once in your knowledge. There will not be any nested brackets in S. Return all resulting string after evaluating all of the bracket pairs. Alright, so you have name is age years old. So knowledge is equal to name, Bob, age 2. So the output is, oh, I see. I'll replace key in the bracket pair in the string that we're given S. So this name here should be replaced by Bob. Age here should be replaced by 2. The key name has a value of Bob, so replace this. Okay, fair enough. So first thing I would probably want to do is convert the knowledge to a hash map. Once I've done that, I could go through the string of S. This example, I would have an I here and a J here, I guess. And then I could grab the key value inside, find the key from the knowledge map, then just replace this somehow. How do I replace it? I would have to create a new string. So I have to push back to this new string the parts that aren't in brackets. To make it a little bit less complicated, I could have a vector of strings and kind of separate these parts out. So let's have an unordered map of strings to string. Then I could go through each const auto and v and knowledge and do m at v of 0 to be equal to v at 1. Okay, so that's the map done. Now I need to go through the string and create a vector of strings based on that. Splits. Let's have a for loop in j is equal to 0, j less than the s dot size, s plus j, and keep track of a slow pointer. Let's say I is here and that j suddenly becomes a open bracket. So if the s at j is equal to an open bracket, right, then I want to push back the substring, the split, s dot substring, and that would be I j minus I. Else if s at j is equal to a closed brace, then I'm going to assume that I is at an open brace. So then I could do split dot pushback. Actually, you know what? Let's just have an answer string equal to empty string, and then do answer the plus equals to s dot substring I j minus I. That should also work. And then here I can say answer dot plus equals to. So the key value is equal to s dot substring. So you have I and j. I want I plus 1 and j minus I minus 1, I think. So like, let's say for example, I have this. J minus I will give you 4, but I actually have 3, so subtract 1. Then I do auto it is equal to m dot find the key. Okay, now if the iterator is equal to m dot end, then I can't find the key, which means I want to do answer plus equals to question mark. Else push back iterator to second value. What happens if j is not a bracket? I just want to keep incrementing that, so don't do anything. What happens to I though? Say for example, I push back the key for this, then I need to set I to be equal to j plus 1. I is equal to j plus 1. J naturally increments, and then we start here. Then I keep going, incrementing j while it's not a closing bracket. Then when I find a closing bracket, I need to do a while loop to make sure. So while s at I is not equal to a opening bracket 2 plus plus I. So then I'm going to keep incrementing this until it's that. Then at the end, return the answer. And then I becomes y, j naturally increments, and I keep going. This should be unordered map. Oh, I forgot to push back the last bit. So I have Bob is 2, that's good. And then years old. So let's do answer plus equals to the last bit. So eventually J will be at the very end. So I could say s dot substring at I. How many remaining? It would be s dot size minus I. So that should work for this case at least. Yeah. What happens if... Alright, I'm going to submit that. See if I missed anything. Nice. Not bad. So the time complexity would be... Oh, I'm just going through S. I'm also going through each item in knowledge, and they're both 10 to the power 5, so if that's n, then it's just O of n. Space complexity is also O of n because I'm storing knowledge in a map. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, see you in the next video, and keep eating code.